Have you ever been in this situation before whenever you got done biking? Well, I guess I better unload the bike. That sure was a great ride. Man, I really like this bike rack. All right, now that the bikes are all unloaded, let's go ahead and take this rack off of here. All right, that's easy. But where the heck am I gonna store this thing? It's kind of big and kind of awkward. And it's really heavy. I don't want this to fall on anybody. I mean, I guess I'll set it over here by my mower. Man, I wish these bike racks would come with wall mounts. That would be really nice. Bike racks of any type can be pretty cumbersome, and they're really awkward and they're hard to store in places. But I found what might be the least expensive bike rack dock you can buy. What's a rack dock, you might ask? Well, that's exactly what this is. It's basically a receiver hitch that you can mount to your wall. Then you'll be able to store your bike rack in a nice, secure place. So I found this one on Amazon for $29. And really, for the job that it's supposed to do, that's about the max price that I think these things should be. In fact, I wish all manufacturers of hitch racks would include something simple like this. If you wanted a nicer one or a more fancy one, then you could spend the money. But including one of these rack docks in the box with your hitch would be a huge selling point. Now let's go ahead and find an empty wall in my garage and get this thing installed. Now there's only a few things that you're gonna need to get this installed, and that is a stud finder, a drill or a driver of some sort, and a pencil to mark the spots that you need to drill a hole. Now, unfortunately, I found out that there wasn't a stud directly behind where I wanted to mount this rack dock. So I went ahead and marked the location of each stud on the sides of where I wanted to mount the rack dock, and I picked out a piece of scrap decking board that I'll be able to anchor directly to those studs. Then I'll be able to mount the rack dock directly to this decking board. Now this did come with a set of drywall anchors and screws. They claim that this can hold over 200 pounds, but I'm not gonna take that chance. I am gonna go ahead and use the drywall anchors anyways, just so there's something extra for it to bite on whenever it gets all the way through this decking board. After installing the drywall anchors, I lined up the decking board with the top drywall anchor and then marked the spot on the board. This is about the location that I'm gonna be drilling the hole. Once I get this lined up, I can go ahead and install this first screw. And then once I got that lined up, I went ahead and put in all the screws into the studs. Now that I've got it mounted and it feels really secure to the wall, let's go ahead and try to install the rack. Now once you've got the rack installed, you can go ahead and secure it with the hitch pin. And after you got the hitch pin installed, if your rack also has a tightening mechanism like mine does, you can go ahead and do that to make it double secure. And that's it. That's how easy it is to install this rack dock. Now the downfall of this rack dock that I found is that it's a triangle shape. It's kind of odd because you only will ever have the ability to screw into one stud. Two of the holes are definitely going to have to go into drywall anchors, where some other budget-friendly versions, they do have a bolt at the top and a bolt underneath. However, they were just a little bit more expensive, and I wanted to try the full-on budget version. For what this thing does in $29, I think this was a pretty good deal. My rack is now up off the ground and secure. If you guys are interested in buying one of these rack docks, I'll put some links down below to several different models, including the one that I just installed. But I do want to give a shout out to my Drop-In Crew Pro members. Thank you so much for being a Drop-In Crew Pro member. And don't forget that every month, at the end of the month, I'm going to start doing a giveaway. So if you want to be part of those giveaways each month, go over to my members section on my YouTube page and join for as little as $1 a month. So now that the rack dock is installed and the bike rack is fully secured on the wall, I need to get to work. I've got some more goodies to install on the Marin.